For decades, Peabo Bryson's voice provided the soundtrack to countless memories. Whether it was a romantic ballad playing during a special moment, or one of his chart-topping hits filling concert halls around the world, his music touched millions of lives. Known for his powerful vocals, emotional performances, and timeless songs, Bryson built a career that earned him admiration across generations. Sadly, Peabo Bryson passed away at the age of 74, leaving fans, friends, and loved ones heartbroken. While the public mourned the loss of a legendary singer, a deeply personal and emotional farewell was quietly taking place behind closed doors, one that his family never expected would become a subject of public discussion. In the days following his passing, tributes began pouring in from every corner of the entertainment world. Fellow musicians, longtime friends, and devoted fans shared stories about the impact Bryson had on their lives. Social media was filled with messages celebrating his remarkable career and unforgettable voice. Yet while the public focused on his musical achievements, those closest to him were dealing with something far more personal. They were preparing to say goodbye to a beloved father, family member, friend, and mentor. According to those familiar with the family's wishes, the initial plan was simple. They wanted a quiet and respectful farewell centered entirely on family, close friends, and a small group of people who had been part of Bryson's life for many years. There was no intention of creating a major public event or turning the occasion into a media spectacle. The family hoped to grieve privately and honor him in a way that reflected the humble and caring person they knew away from the spotlight. However, the passing of someone as beloved as Peabo Bryson naturally attracted widespread attention. As news spread, fans from around the world began expressing a desire to participate in honoring his memory. Messages arrived from different countries, and countless supporters shared how his music had helped them through important moments in their lives. What started as a private family farewell slowly became something much larger than anyone had anticipated. Friends who had known Bryson for years described him as someone who valued personal relationships above fame. While audiences knew him as an award-winning performer, those closest to him often spoke about his generosity, kindness, and willingness to support others without seeking recognition. Many recalled moments when he quietly helped struggling musicians, encouraged young artists, or simply made time for people who needed advice. These stories painted a picture of a man whose greatest legacy extended beyond music. As preparations for the farewell continued, family members reportedly found themselves overwhelmed by the number of people who wanted to pay their respects. Former colleagues reached out with memories. Fans sent letters and messages filled with gratitude. Community members shared stories of encounters that had left lasting impressions. What became clear was that Bryson's influence had extended far beyond the recording studio. His music had become part of people's lives during celebrations, weddings, anniversaries, and countless personal milestones. Those close to the family later reflected on the emotional challenge of balancing privacy with public affection. On one hand, they wanted space to mourn their loss in peace. On the other, they recognized how much Bryson meant to people around the world. Finding the right balance was not easy. Every message served as a reminder of the enormous impact he had made during his lifetime. Several longtime friends attended the private gathering and shared memories that highlighted Bryson's character. Rather than focusing exclusively on awards and accomplishments, many chose to remember everyday moments. They talked about his sense of humor, his ability to make people feel comfortable, and the genuine interest he showed in others. Some recalled conversations that lasted hours. Others remembered road trips, backstage moments, and simple gatherings where music and friendship brought people together. One particularly emotional aspect of the farewell involved listening to some of Bryson's most beloved recordings. Family members and close friends reflected on how different the songs felt now. Tracks that once brought joy and celebration carried new meaning in the context of remembrance. For many, hearing his voice during those moments served as both a comfort and a painful reminder of what had been lost. As word of the private gathering began circulating, fans became increasingly interested in the details. Yet those closest to Bryson remained committed to protecting the most personal moments of the farewell. They believed some memories should remain within the family and among trusted friends. Even so, a few heartfelt stories eventually emerged, offering a glimpse into the emotional atmosphere of the occasion. One recurring theme throughout the farewell was gratitude. Family members expressed appreciation not only for Bryson's career achievements, but also for the relationships he built throughout his life. They spoke about his dedication to loved ones and the values that guided him both personally and professionally. While many people knew him as a performer, those closest to him remembered a man who prioritized loyalty, compassion, and family above all else. The gathering also became an opportunity to celebrate a remarkable musical journey. Bryson's career spanned decades and included numerous hit songs, memorable collaborations, and performances that earned widespread acclaim. Yet those in attendance emphasized that his success never changed who he was. Despite achieving international recognition, he remained approachable and grounded. Friends often described him as someone who never forgot where he came from or the people who supported him along the way. As stories continued to emerge, it became clear why the farewell resonated so deeply with those who attended. It was not simply a ceremony marking the end of a life. It was a reflection of the countless connections Bryson had built over the years. Every story shared and every memory recalled reinforced the idea that his greatest achievement may have been the positive impact he had on others. For fans, the knowledge that the farewell was initially intended to remain private added another layer of emotion. It served as a reminder that behind every public figure is a family experiencing loss in a deeply personal way. While audiences often focus on careers and accomplishments, loved ones are left to navigate grief and preserve memories that hold special meaning. In the weeks following his passing, tributes continued appearing from across the entertainment industry. Musicians praised his vocal talent and professionalism. Fans revisited favorite songs and shared memories online. Radio stations featured special programming dedicated to his music. Each tribute reflected the respect and admiration that had followed Bryson throughout his career. Yet perhaps the most meaningful tribute came from those who knew him best. Their memories revealed a man whose kindness matched his talent and whose generosity left a lasting impression on everyone fortunate enough to know him. While his voice may have made him famous, it was his character that earned him enduring love and respect. Today, as fans continue celebrating his music, the private farewell that his family never expected to share remains a powerful reminder of the human side of loss. It highlights the bond between an artist and the people whose lives he touched. More importantly, it reminds us that behind every legendary career is a family, a circle of friends, and countless cherished memories. Although Peabo Bryson is no longer here, his influence continues through the songs he created and the lives he impacted. His music remains a source of comfort, inspiration, and joy for listeners around the world. And while the family originally hoped to keep their goodbye private, the love and support that followed demonstrated just how deeply he was appreciated. In the end, that unexpected outpouring of affection became part of his legacy. A legacy built not only on extraordinary talent, but also on genuine human connection. As time passes, fans will continue to remember Peabo Bryson for the unforgettable voice that defined generations. His songs will continue playing at celebrations, special occasions, and moments of reflection. And for those who gathered to say goodbye, the memories shared during that emotional farewell will remain a lasting reminder of a remarkable life, a remarkable career, and a remarkable man whose impact will never be forgotten.